Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Community Preservation Committee meeting. It is Wednesday, March 20th, a little bit after 7 o'clock. We are in hybrid. We'll go around the table and introduce ourselves. Jen, we'll start at your end.
John Wally.
Dennis Clark.
Brian Walker.
Chris Pratt,
Sabrina Fuller.
Beth Thomas.
and that's all we have right now. Okay. We have anybody for public comments online? I know, I see Michelle there with her hand up.
No, don't say anybody.
I see her.
There we are.
Michelle Pratt, 152 Berkshire Ave, President of Citizens Restoring Congamon. I just wanted to thank the committee for hopefully voting for the monies to be allocated towards the dredging project on the Congamon Lakes. We all know how important the lakes are from an environmental perspective, a recreational perspective, and certainly an economical perspective. And so it's a lot to care for. It's a lot of money, a lot of time and effort, but well worth it. And so just wanted to say thank you to the committee for their positive vibes last week or last meeting, and hopefully tonight too.
Thank you for thanking us.
We have to revote that one tonight.
We're gonna revote everything tonight. We're gonna validate our votes. We're not gonna revote.
Right.
We're gonna validate our vote
Confirm the ballot.
And
with
I
a
can
roll
make-
call
I can
of what
explain
we did
both.
last time. And that's where we are now. We're gonna validate Southwick Library yard revitalization votes. We're familiar with the project. We all voted on it last time, except one of us was an abstention or, on a text. You were on the text. I had to show the text. I guess that doesn't
So
count.
So there's two
But you
things.
voted yes. So we
Yeah,
all
I'll
voted.
vote yes again.
Well, that's what we're trying to make sure we do it legally this time.
right.
So I'll make a motion to validate our votes.
I second.
Okay,
I have a question.
yeah, Mr. Walker.
I have to abstain, right? Because I wasn't here.
You
Yes.
can vote on it tonight, though, actually.
Oh, can he?
Well,
Right, why can't
Well,
you?
Don't have
Agree-
to abstain. You're
your
here now.
project for,
All right, just
Oh.
talk. No, that works.
Well, I think Mr. Wally's the only one that has to validate his vote. The rest of
Yes.
us all voted
Yeah,
here.
Fine.
He was the troublemaker,
It was a
basically.
troublemaker.
No. Oh.
I had you. So, Mr. Wally, how do you vote again?
Yes.
Okay, and so we can say that we all had the vote of yes.
Okay, I like that.
Okay.
That makes sense.
And also again with our validation of the South Pond Cove dredging project votes. Again, the rest of us that were here voted yes. And Mr. Wall, I believe you were on our Zoom
On
at
the
that time.
owl.
You were on the Zoom for that one, but again, we would like you to.
I am still in favor of the, what you said.
The South Pond Cove dredging project.
Yes.
Okay.
On the dredging project.
Okay, and I
Sounds
think
good.
we're good with that. So we will go on now to our warrant articles for town meeting. This will include those two.
Yep, it's in your packets. CPC warrant article preparation for town meeting May 2024.
Lost half of the stuff I brought back.
The first page is the actual warrant articles, second page is the explanations.
I vote to accept. Whatever that is. I read it. I liked it.
All right, I'll second the motion.
Go for a vote. John Wally, aye.
Dennis, I.
Brian Walker, aye.
Chris Pratt, aye.
Beth Thomas, I.
Warrant articles. And
Okay.
explanations,
Right.
right, those will be
Not
submitted.
three and a half after.
Still need to write down who's here. I'm not a good
Do every
secretary.
year, so I'll.
It's the same
make a
thing.
note,
Yeah.
right?
Well, and Sabrina got the data from
Yeah,
the money, right?
the money, so, you know how there's sometimes slow
You can't
with
just
letting us
say
know,
5% and
they,
say the dollar amount, really.
the
That's what they
coalition,
say.
The coalition,
The dollar amount.
We never knew before,
never-
that's why.
You never do know.
no, this is
Yeah, that's
always
a-
an estimate.
That's the projected.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
Well, we don't know what they're
5%
gonna
is
give
more
us.
accurate than the number.
I
I
agree.
know it.
Mhm.
That's what we always did, John. 10%, 10%,
Yeah, that's the way it was.
10% and 5%. And the
Well,
rest
you
went
have
to
to
the,
do the 10%.
right,
You
but
can
then
do
we
more,
always
but you
went-
Can't do less.
correct. And then we always did the 5% instead of the 3% for the administrative. We never gave a dollar amount for any of the 10% or the,
I think it actually is in the, I don't know, CPC
Yeah, it's
law where you
estimated in there.
estimated, you had to give like an actual number, not a percentage, so it makes
yeah, and I'm
sense.
just saying that's what we always did.
When you go
Yeah.
to, actually, at the town meeting, you have to say this was estimated and.
Yeah,
Basically,
This is fine.
I
make a
didn't,
Motion to accept it.
I second
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Dennis, I.
Unanimous ayes all the way around the table. Okay,
These are exact numbers.
and CPC funds, old business. Well, they're exact, but we will say estimated exact.
We're voting on the L now.
And what one?
the alum treatment, so he's going by
Oh,
each one
You're going down.
individually.
Oh.
Oh, you
He's
want
going
to
down the
accept
list.
them
I was
all?
gonna accept them in entirety. I thought we were doing that. We
Okay,
can,
we'll make that motion. Let them in entirety. How about that?
Should I just scratch the last two votes and just accept in the entirety?
Yeah.
Okay,
all in favor?
Aye.
it.
Aye.
wait, who made the motion and who
Unanimous.
second?
Mr. Wally made it.
Second.
Dennis seconded it. And then we came to around the table. Okay, moving on to old business, CPC funds.
Yeah, I need to scratch that off. 'Cause-
Okay.
Sorry,
We can scrap,
'Cause
because that
we-
was old.
yeah, I already updated you guys on it and nothing
Right.
was wrong. Review-
Application forms we're still working on. We have an update on that or? we
Yeah,
still-
yeah. In your packets, I've got, I included those two, I guess you call them graphs or flow charts into,
Mhm.
it's the application instructions and review process. And it's under step 1, determine project eligibility.
Yep.
So is that what you were looking
That's what we
for?
were discussing, yes. And I
Okay.
think that gives people an idea of, you know, how applicable their projects are. And the other one, John, that one over there.
Community preservation plan.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
Last-
I'm also lost.
This one,
okay.
Application.
next page,
instructions
Jen.
And review, okay.
When Stuart was here, he was talking about, or how some communities incorporate the flow chart into their application, so they can determine whether or not their project qualifies or have a better idea of how it should qualify. So we thought that might be a good idea last meeting and decided to
Good idea.
stick it in there.
under step 2 application instructions, remember we were talking about the certificate of non-collusion? Are we just gonna scratch that out?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. How we would be able to determine that anyway.
So I
I can
agree,
scrap-
just get rid of it.
Let's
It
scratch
should
it.
be assumed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I'm scratching it out.
anybody disagree with that?
My only question is that a requirement
What's
for
it again?
CPA?
No, it was,
Then the heck with it.
yeah, it was something, I mean, a lot of what we got is something I stole from other towns and they had that in theirs, I think in Agawam.
Working on an engine,
So
working on an engine.
I thought it should be something discussed, so we put it in. For the meantime,
That's the only update.
Okay. Community preservation plan updates, anything on that?
Yeah, so remember I gave you guys, it's basically the base part of the CPC plan. I had written it like maybe a year and a half ago, so there was some stuff in there that was a little old. I have since updated or corrected a few things on it. I haven't really updated the where does it say collections and appropriations yet? But did you guys have a chance to look at that? Did it look? Okay,
Let's go out every year.
it's supposed to be looked at every year and renewed,
Yeah.
But we're just working
Over
on,
the town meeting.
we're working on the plan now, basically starting from
Yeah,
scratch.
and then we can update it afterwards, because we've never really had a plan before.
So
so to
there's,
speak.
yep, so there's
Good
this.
to have a plan.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we're working on a plan. There's this, there's the park and rec and open space section. There's the historic section and there's the housing section. I've written up the park and rec and open space already. And I handed that into Jean like a year ago or so.
Mhm.
I can do that again. So it was reviewed by the Conservation Commission. And they said it was fine. And I was just waiting for the park and rec to give it the yay or nay. There really wasn't a lot about park and rec stuff, just because I took all that information from the open space plan. And that was more geared, I think, towards conservation efforts rather than park efforts.
Mhm.
Or, yeah, so that's that, and I can send that out to you guys. I also put all of this information in that shared folder. I'm trying to do that. It's not Dropbox, it's a cloud.
Something point.
No, that scratch that. It just didn't work. I
Oh.
put it in the cloud and I sent an email invite, I think, to everybody. So you can access it. And I just said view only, because I think you said
I could edit.
you could edit it at the time, which
Right.
is fine because it's just a copy of what I have
I
on
didn't know
mine.
if Anybody could edit.
Right, yeah, I don't know. So I
Everybody with
did,
access.
I did try to change that to view only for
Yeah, that
everybody.
did change. I did.
You
notice
didn't
that.
notice that, so you're able to access it and all of the
Yes.
documents, okay.
At what point are you gonna just start dumping all?
All of it's in right now.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Okay. And if you wouldn't mind, every time you put out could you put, it
the link.
would be so much easier.
Instead of going back to
Yeah,
find it.
otherwise I have.
I
to go
think
back.
when I
You-
updated it,
you
I
put it so
did,
far,
okay.
But if you wouldn't mind doing that all the time. it'd be so much easier.
So the
Asking nicely. so-
shared folder,
We do appreciate it.
yeah,
Right.
I do notice everything you're doing.
good.
You know, I think it's a good outline, it's a good format. Nicely organized.
But the last time I did look in it, it only had a few folders in it, because I
Yeah,
was looking for like the
Three
the
folders.
dredging. The dredging wasn't.
oh, I didn't put that in there.
Oh.
Just as the, like, sort of like projects that we're working on, like the application, and the, CPC plan. I just put
Yeah.
all that stuff
Yeah,
in.
I saw that.
If you want, I can. But that's up on the website right now,
Right.
the
Oh.
applications for both the projects, so the public can view it. So you can view it too.
Oh, okay, I see your point.
You know what I
So,
mean?
Yeah, we should, okay, leave that there until it's voted on.
Mhm.
Um,
All right,
And I had started working on the housing set portion of it. I really think Joanne should work on that as well, because she's
right,
housing on
or
that
bring it to
housing.
her committee to help work on
Exactly, and I I started reading up on some resources for historic. But I haven't started really writing anything.
it. Okay.
I mean, it would be lovely if we had someone from
Yeah.
historic here.
Mhm. All right. I think this year will be the year that we approve a plan, and then we can continue to work on and develop.
Yeah.
But-
I think that will make
We got
it,
a goal date set for getting this plan out.
Well, you're supposed to have one every year, so I'd like it, you know, by June.
yeah, that would be,
June.
when or is our public hearing
We
information
usually do it
hearing?
the last meeting of June.
So should we have
The end of
a
June.
goal to have a plan
How about May then?
ready for that?
Huh?
How about
May?
May?
How about May? We can do it anytime,
Mm,
but we usually do it towards the end of our fiscal year.
in case anything new pops up.
Oh. Doesn't need to, we can do it whenever.
Well, as soon as it's done, but I'm
Yeah.
just wondering if we
It's a working process.
set a goal on it,
Right.
because it could go on forever.
Well, that's what I mean. We can continue to work on it, even though if we accept it,
Work in progress, but we
Right.
gotta get something out there just so that we have a plan that's.
yeah, that
on
people
our
can look at.
page. Yeah.
But I like what's going on here so far. Looks good. Mm-hmm. Okay,
Is there anything in the mail?
yes, an invitation to Carl's retirement.
There is an invitation to Carl's retirement. It is March 29th. I think it's it's a Friday at
Good Friday,
midnight.
right?
Yeah, actually.
Town hall closed.
No, we're not.
Not?
I don't think so.
Okay, good Friday.
I mean. No, no. Mhm.
Reason being that every Friday's good.
That's
Right.
right.
We should get every Friday. on.
Well,
Yeah.
that's in the works. All right. We'll move down to minutes approval of January 17th. Do we have a form for that?
I don't think so. I don't think we're
No.
form for any of the minutes that's.
Oh, here's another picture.
'Cause I wasn't here for the old ones.
Good point.
I wasn't here for the 17th. either.
So we would need,
So we're in the
Here.
same situation we
we
were.
would need Dave. Yeah, so we will pass that on, both of those.
Any owl?
I don't think so.
Who?
The owl.
Ooh.
They can vote, but it doesn't count. As we found out.
I think there was a situation where, oh, no, that situation was, it was impossible because we lost some people in the commission where a quorum wasn't possible.
Hmm.
And we just kind of
Correct.
went, but that's not this case. This is
Mhm.
different. Okay,
All right.
We have to extend that, right? To the next meeting?
Thanks for
Yeah.
coming, John.
yeah.
It was very important. You want to make,
Motion to adjourn.
okay, he took the hint. There we go. Second the motion.
Have to read something.
All in favor?
Uh,
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we're good.